Firstly, let me introduce myself. I'm co-founder and head of business development at Spaceflow. We provide app that connects buildings, real estate, with its users, right? And we empower, as you can see here, we empower landlords to create and build the best experience for their tenants. So let's start with this guy. Definitely not that inspiring, right? Definitely not. I know it. It's not the best example for young entrepreneurs. But I put it here because if you like it or not, WeWork has changed how people perceive workplace and even hospitality and experience in any kind of assets, properties. So tenant expectations have changed. I think it's no doubt. Ticking boxes like the old-fashioned, but still here, ticking boxes like location, great fit-outs, what else? Some energy efficiency and everything is no longer enough, right? It's no longer enough. So what real estate actually can do, and that's where I completely agree with Menno, is putting people in the middle of the business. Real estate has been in B2B business for a long time, for years and years, hundreds of years. And we believe that they need to, or landlords need to accept also B2C approach and thinking to get closer to people and maybe touch the purpose why they are doing real estate. And it's not only due to WeWork, right? But all of these guys and the whole change in the new generation, actually. New generation, they don't care about ownership. They need or expect to have everything accessible, anywhere, anytime, and immediately, right? So that's the expectation. And you can see Spotify, Netflix, Uber, all of these industries have been already changed, and real estate is getting there as well. So where does this lead? It's not easy, right, to make this shift? Of course not. So where does this lead? It leads to moving from being only rent collectors to more service providers. It leads to the physical space alone being considered as dumped. Right? It's all about technology and data that make these properties and physical spaces smart enough to communicate with. And it also touches the property management as the service. So it leads to a slight different role of property managers. Definitely not less important, I think even more important, because they will become the creators of the whole user experience in real estate. So to wrap it up, we believe in these 3 points actually. So you need to have great tech, great data, and still, hopefully, great human part. All of these 3 actually. 2 out of them, it's not enough. All right. I touch more closely your business because you can say, all right, what is he talking about, right? It's easy to say, change the business model or change all of this that Menno mentioned here. It's not that easy to do it, right? So I want to just like guide you through your business, and we have a look at your business as you or as it is now, and how you can think about this change to focusing more on people or people-centric. So still, what's your objective now? I think it's still earning money, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But I think with this approach, and I'll show how we can think even in this way, we can even get to this change. So still, property value or growth of the property value and earning money, right, in general. Having profitable properties. And it's affected by a lot of complex factors, right? Market condition, cap rates, interest rates, net operating income, all of this. So it's good to stop here and realize what you can control actually, what you can affect. So it's pretty hard to affect market conditions, right? Your competitors, macroeconomic trends, cap rates, interest rates. Same with location or even tenants' plans, how they want to grow, how they want to extend in your spaces. And you will probably not affect also the new generation and their expectations, that they expect this kind of services like Netflix and Spotify. They just like live in this era. So you cannot control this, but you can control some areas. You can do. And from business point of view, it's income, operating costs, and property price. I think you even know it even better than me. So I'm pretty happy to just like step by and we can discuss what exactly you can control in your business. But in general, these three areas you can control. If you look at the income, rent price, yes, you can partly control it. Of course, even market condition, but you can do it as well. Occupancy, of course, and additional revenue. Maybe you don't see it now, but there is definitely potential for additional revenue. Operating costs, that's how you manage the building, the efficiency, energy, and even, of course, cost for your team. And it brings to us to property price, where you can add value through marketing, branding, purpose, sustainability, refurbishment, and stuff like that. So you can control this, and you can focus on that. So let me, and again, I'm really happy if you agree, either disagree with that, and we can discuss this. But that's our, or how we see the market and how the market works today. So we still see their lack of people-centric approach. If you realize what's the most important asset for companies, like even Spaceflow, that's people, right? That's the most important asset for us, not the building itself. So focusing on people, even from your perspective, is the space where we see potential for improvement. And lack of property marketing, I think we can see in the market already a couple of buildings, well branded, but still we see a lot of space for improvement. And it doesn't mean that you need to spend millions of pounds for a marketing campaign, not at all. It's more about knowing how your building should be perceived, how your tenants should feel in your building, and knowing this, you can work with this strategy, and you can even position your building in the market. The next one is rent collection only, right? So moving more from, or how I see the market now, it's still based on square feet and collecting feedback. Collecting feedback would be perfect. Collecting rent from this square footage. And the last one is lack of working with data. Yes, we have a lot of information, but we need to work with it and on the right purpose. So let me show, and it's just like really high level numbers, but it leads, or let's say in action in these areas, it might cost a lot, you guys, right? So if you don't focus on tenants, of course it can lead to bad reputation, and it can potentially lead even to losing the tenant, right? We did just like really simple math, average size, really conservative actually math, and it can cost, and it can go even higher than £1 million when you are losing average tenant. The next, rent collection only, that's what I said. There is definitely potential to earn money or generate revenue, not only from rent, but from all of these services that you can offer in your buildings. And then it's up to you, of course, how much you want to actually earn. So I didn't put there even number, but we can definitely discuss case by case what's possible in your building when you do the right services and ecosystem in your building. And lack of working with data, that's about being efficient in management, in operations, and even potentially in decision making for the future, on the future investments, right? So it can go much higher than millions of pounds if you do wrong decision for investment, if you don't know the data exactly. All right, so what can we do, right? A lot of like, this doesn't work and it will go bad direction and it will cost a lot to you. So what can we do actually? First step is starting with technology. Because technology opens a lot of opportunities for you, and you will see later. I'll explain even more. But starting with technology. Then we touch this branding and marketing of properties and even owners, not only properties, but landlords itself. Definitely, you can do it. The easiest way, what you can do with this technology between you and tenants is just like seamless communication, being closer to your tenants and build this relationship. Seamless communication is the first level, what you can do. The next level is creating collaborative environment. And the top level, if you can build it and if you are able to build it, create or build community around your building and in your building. That's the top goal that you can do in terms of collaboration and communication. All right, I put these two together because you can integrate amenities and services to your digital layer in building, and it's connected with these additional revenues. So you can put a payment, streamlining payments within your building, and you can create new streams of revenue in your business. All right, same as you integrated already amenities or services, you can definitely integrate all smart features and smart building IoT solutions. For sure, that's the future, and it touches more the efficiency of the building and all the streamlining processes and stuff like that. So for sure, you can do it. And at the end of all of this, you can start to collect more data, even more data, and for sure you need to work with them. So you can customize the experience for your tenants in your building based on this data that you are collecting. I mentioned that technology is the first step, right? And that's what we believe in Spaceflow, definitely. We believe that every building actually should be connected with its users. And we just like have these devices, mobile phones. That's our external intelligence, right? It's already there. And the future will be even different. But it's happening now already. We have these devices, and that's the easiest way how you can connect with your tenants. You can transform your building into their pockets, into their devices, and you can be in touch with them in real time. That's how we work actually in Spaceflow. We provide the app that connects users with their buildings, with all of these features. So we create community, we have analytics, services, everything I described in the previous slide. And it's also linked with connecting with the building itself, right? So we can integrate even smart building features, and you can control the building with your device. And if it will be in the future with mobile phone or with just like blink of your eyes, I don't know, but you can do it, and the future is there. I want to stay a bit in area of data, and it's linked with technology, right? Because what's connected gets measured, and what gets measured gets managed. I like this quote because it's true. Once you have built this ecosystem in your building that's connected in one place, you can start to work with data, and you can constantly improve the experience in real time, actually. So the experience might be even different in summer and in winter. It might be different when someone moves out and different tenants moves in. You can customize, or you should be able to customize this experience for each tenant, and not only the company, like tenant as a company, but all these individuals in this company. So let's just like see a couple of analytics and data from our experience across markets. Spaceflow is running already in more than 12 markets. So I just like want to share. I will not go into detail, but I just like want to share some analytics across markets. So you can see, and might be interesting here, you can see from our experience what's the engagement of users in our buildings across markets. I just like put there even some competitors' results to see it. But I think what I want to actually address here, you can see the numbers, we can discuss later on. But what I want to actually mention here, that's the sharing knowledge that we can do all together, right? So when clients actually work with us, they have access to all of this knowledge that we have already, right? So if we launch building in London, we can come to our clients in 3 months and say, look, your performance, meaning Spaceflow or engagement with Spaceflow platform, you are like 5% or 15% under our average in London, right? Let's do something with it. And we can give you even and guide you what works in other buildings that are successful from this point of view. So that's what we want to share with our clients, and we share it with our clients, and our clients leverage even our experience and our knowledge. Same with asset types, actually, because we operate not only office buildings, commercial, but also residential. That might be actually interesting. I can dive in here. The differences we can discuss later on, but the differences in offices and residential, we can see some patterns already there, which is interesting. In residential, it's a lot about community and communication, user to user, to just like really awakening this sense of like being part of the collaborative environment. Office buildings, as we see it now, it's more about efficiency and how to make your tenants' life easier. But yeah, it's interesting to see these data across markets, across asset types. All right, what works in Spaceflow. I just like put there our features was the most engaging. In general, the key actually is that they have access to those, right? So the newsfeed, that's our home screen where they have access to actually everything, and it's kind of like navigation. So that's of course the most using feature. But then you can see that services and even communities on the same level, and that's why our users use the app. Just briefly, last slides, because we are kind of proud of our last implementation in Vienna with our partner Allianz. Iconic building, the Icon actually, it's called the Icon in Vienna, so iconic building. We launched it last week, and I just like want to show you the highlights and how we work with our clients to even just like track the kickoff of the project, which we, from our experience, we see it as crucial actually to onboard all parts, not only our clients, but property managers, office managers, retailers. So everything has been done here, and without any actually integration to smart feature, we actually got like really a kind of like a good curve of sign-ups and even engagement. So users started to use the app right away. So there was like a huge number of interaction. They started to use it even for community. So let's see if it will remain in the office. But definitely we can see that like they at least at the beginning they engaged with the platform. And I also want, because it's fresh start, right? Just like week old project. I want to even share the plan that we have with our clients, just from high level. Because as I said, and if I'm circling back to these steps, technology or this kind of digital layer, it's still only first step, right? But then you can start to work with it. So in our roadmap, in the Icon with Allianz, we will implement an integrated smart access. They want to put there like car sharing, so offer cars that can be shared only for their tenants. We will actually launch with them also a payment feature, so users will be able to pay for some services. We will not do like the whole food delivery app, not at all, but they will just like, we will define the right use cases for users to be able to pay directly through the app. And also we will integrate, but it's linked with smart access system with elevators. So that's kind of like how we start off the new project. And you can see, as I mentioned before, we can even share with our clients, all right, you can see that you are above, so really well-performing building, or under the Spaceflow average, let's say, and let's do something with it.